Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly Tarotscope reading for June the 22nd through to the 28th, 2015. My name is Tilly, and welcome to Tarot with Tilly, and thank you for all of your support you give me each and every day. So let's get to the cards. Now, we start with the Chariot, which is a very high energy. Absolutely. This is where you get a focus on perhaps an idea going forward. Maybe it could be travel with the first place position like that. Definitely adventure. Okay, so a very high energy week for you. Absolutely. And your focus is wonderful this week. Your drive is wonderful this week. Your ambition, your hopes and dreams and your desires, and putting your eyeball on them and going forward and not letting things pull you off course. You're very strong this week, knowing where you want to go. And you might only be able to see the big picture. You might only be able to see parts of it because you are surrounded with fog here. But I don't think, it's you that kind of keeps it on course. I mean, those horses would bolt in either direction if it weren't for you hanging on to the reins, you driving it, you keeping your focus where your focus needs to be. I think that's very important this week for you. Concentrating on what you really want to manifest down the road. So be open to receiving. Start that affirmation every morning. I am open to receiving abundance, goodness, beauty, love, whatever you want. And definitely there could be love because we have the Lovers with the Knight of Cups next to it. Okay, so the Lovers alone says that it could be a beautiful week for romance, for love, for if you're in a relationship, then just making it stronger and more beautiful and more unified, going together. This could also be the love of your life coming in. Okay, now not always are we looking at our relationships, so if relationships really isn't on the priority list, then I would have to say it's your passions, it's your dreams, it's your desires that, just come out of the blue. So, I mean, with the Chariot, I mean, this could just show up on your path. By keeping your focus, by keeping your direction, that raises your light, that raises your vibration, and opportunities will come in. So definitely start with that affirmation in the morning that you are open to receiving, because I think there's beauty and happiness and abundance coming to you, absolutely. And it's with the Knight of Cups, and I mean, this is the Knight in shining armor. So you could be that Knight in shining armor, or you could be awaiting your Knight in shining armor, or you can realize that you have been with your Knight in shining armor all along. This could also be somebody putting in a good word for you, getting you that promotion, getting you that job, getting you that career start that you've been waiting for, that opportunity, that door to open up to you, that window of opportunity to slide open. Most definitely, these two cards put together could resemble that. So in the general reading, it's really hard to narrow it down because I would think it's more to do with love, but it could have a lot to do with your passions and your dreams and your desires. We have Justice, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Now, Justice is, you know what you stand for. You know where you want to go. You know your morals, you know your values, you know your beliefs, and you are ready to go forward with them. You are bringing in the balance. Definitely bringing in the balance. We have the two pillars there, and you stand with your sword. So you are ready to cut out anything that does not belong in your life anymore. You are lightening the load. You are moving forward. You are not letting the past define you anymore. And that's very true. We have the Ace of Cups right next to it. Now, the Ace of Cups, I mean, you are embracing passion, love, beauty, hopes, dreams, desires. And this being an ace is your new beginnings in those things. So definitely raise your vibration, keep the optimism there, stand true to who you are and what you want to accomplish in this world. And I think it's really going to show up in your path more than you driving forward towards it. You do have to do the work. You do have to hold the reins in order to keep your focus where it needs to be, in order to raise your light, in order for that opportunity to find you. But I think opportunity will find you this week. Now, we have the Two of Wands right next to that. This is almost being drawn into a direction. So this is something that you have been thinking about and creating in your mind and thinking it over and playing with it and really trying to understand where you want to go. And it's one of those cards that's the big picture again. Okay, the empty box there says that as you move forward on your path, your answers will come to you. But don't worry about that right now, because it's all taken care of. Think about the big picture. Think about where you want to go. Think about the end result. And raise your energy this way. And don't sweat the small stuff. Definitely don't sweat the small stuff. Because when you need the answers, they will find you. Now, we have the Knight of Pentacles here. It's almost as if with Justice and then the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands and then the Knight of Pentacles, that, you know, you almost get that aha moment of the right moves to go forward. So follow your intuition. Listen to your higher wisdom. And I don't think you're actually acting on anything this week, although you'd have the Chariot, so you are going forward. But this one is more of a sense of security, of well-being, of knowing that you're making the right decisions. I mean, we're not looking over our shoulder here. We're not even armed. Because we know that the goodness that we want in our life, the goodness that we're holding in our hands there, is well protected. That it's ours. That there's no threat of it being taken away. And this is really the sure and steady path. This is the diplomat coming in and knowing the moves and knowing the proper moves, so it is the right move going forward. That you're not looking backwards and you're rethinking things that you've already thought through. That you make the decision once, that you take in all the information, that you get a good understanding, a good clarity, and then when you make that step, you don't have to worry about it. You know it's right. Now, the only thing that may pull you down is the Eight of Swords here. Now, the Eight of Swords is our perception. It's our worries and our fears that we conjure up that, I mean, 90% of our fears never even turn out to be a reality. So it's our fears where we might self-sabotage ourselves, where we might pull ourselves back when we know we should have went forward. Said yes when we should have said no. And we knew we should have said no, but we say yes anyways, because this little fear gets inside of our head and says, what if? And we really need to switch that focus around to a very positive thought and say, what if? And believe in yourself. And believe in your strengths. Believe in your beauty. The more you raise your self-confidence, the more you raise your light and your vibration to your self-confidence of actually obtaining and manifesting the goals that you're setting before yourself, the less and less you will realize that you're not trapped here. Those swords are barely in the ground. All you need to do really is raise your head and look forward. The swords aren't even in front of you. So it is just our perceptions, and it's the illusion of something that might go wrong. It's the illusion of failing and what ifs and what will people say and what will people do and what will people think of me and what if I fail? Well, what if you fail? Then you try a new perception on it. You try a new angle. I mean, you hold the reins. You're giving the direction. So you have to be very strong, okay, in order to hold those horses in order to send them in the right direction so that you reach your goals and your dreams. You have to be strong. You have to be strong in, really, you have to be strong in your self-confidence, your belief that you are worthy and deserving. And the more you can raise that belief, the more that you can raise that awareness to a conscious awareness for yourself, the more beauty and happiness and joy that you will find absolutely this week. Okay? But these two cards here, they say it all. There is love, abundance, beauty, happiness on your path forward here. And all you really need to do is have the right focus, the right drive, and the right desire. So keep it positive, be open to receiving, and it should be a beautiful week for you. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.